Hello and welcome to another update from RogueLoop, where AI meets real-world innovation. Anthropic just dropped Opus 4.7, and if you're running prompts written for 4.6, you may want to listen to this. Here's what actually changed, what to watch out for, and whether it's worth switching today. Opus 4.7 is a direct upgrade to 4.6, no surprises there. Same price, $5 per million input tokens, 25 million out. Available everywhere 4.6 was: API, Bedrock, Vertex, Microsoft Foundry, etc. The pitch is three things: better coding on hard tasks, substantially better vision, and more taste when it produces slides, docs, and general interfaces. So let's take a look. The quote you will see in reviews is that people are now handing off coding work they previously had to babysit. That is the real difference here. One thing Anthropic is openly saying is that 4.7 is not their most capable model. That's Mythos Preview, still behind the cybersecurity gate they announced last week with Project Glasswing. 4.7 is their first public release trained with their new cyber safeguards. Think of it as the best test vehicle before Mythos goes broad. Opus 4.7 follows instructions literally. Previous close models interpreted loosely. Skip bits, soften tasks, filled gaps with vibes. 4.7 doesn't, which means prompts tuned for 4.6 can produce surprising results. If your prompt said be concise and 4.6 ignored it, 4.7 will take you at your word. If you maintain prompt libraries, assume you may have to do some homework there. Second thing, Vision 4.7 accepts images up to 2576 pixels on the long edge, more than 3 times the previous ceiling. For anyone doing computer use, agents, diagram extraction, or dashboard reading, this is the quiet killer feature. Dense screenshots that used to blur into mush now stay legible, visible. Third, memory. Better at using file system memory across long sessions, less rebriefing, and more continuity. Now, the real interesting bit: 2 changes bump your token bill. The tokenizer is new, so the same input can map to 1 to 1.3 times more tokens. And 4.7 thinks harder at higher effort levels, especially on later agent turns. So think of it as more output tokens, basically. Anthropic says the net effect is favorable on their coding evaluation. That's fine. Measure it on your traffic before you believe it. They've added a new effort level called X high, between high and max, and raised Claude Code default to X high. For coding, they recommend starting there. What this means in translation, well, the good stuff costs more compute, so plan for it. Alignment profile is similar to 4.6. Modest improvements on honesty and prompt injection resistance, slightly weaker on over-detailed harm reduction advice. Anthropic's own summary calls it largely well-aligned and trustworthy, though not fully ideal, whatever that may mean. Mythos Preview is still their best aligned model, or so they say. That gap matters. So, should you switch? Well, if you run agentic coding, vision pipelines, or long section analysis work, well, yes, switch today. The instruction following alone is worth the prompt retune. If you're running high volume cheap inference on simple tasks, well, I would say stay put or move to Haiku. You don't need what 4.7 is selling. And please, test token spend before you commit. The headline price hasn't moved, but your actual bill might. Well, that is Opus 4.7, sharper, heavier, more literal. Linked to the migration guide below. If this helped, well, hit subscribe and like. Let me know how you're using 4.7. This is RogueLoop, where AI meets real-world innovation. See you in the next one.